Hello and welcome to the Over the Bar football quiz knockout competition. This is round one, tie one, and I am joined by Alex and James, who are two of our writers at Over the Bar, who are going to be taking each other on to see who progresses through to the quarterfinals. Alex, come to you first. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and wearing a Palace shirt? So
yeah. Donning the Palace shirt today ahead of the big fixture on BBC next weekend. It's been getting quite a lot of traction for us Palace fans recently because the first game in about 30 years, I think, on the BBC. So very much looking forward to that one. A little bit about me. I'm for Over the Bar the lead women's football writer. So I spend a lot of weekends covering, when it was on, covering women's football around the southeast and London. I thought I'd sort of put all my time spent, with the players and managers and, watching the games and stuff to good use, and, add a bit more context for Over the Bar with that side of things as well. That's a little bit about myself.
That's great. And of course, James joining us. You predominantly write about the Premier League, I'll let you.
So I'm a Wolves fan. So I've had a season ticket for 10, 11 years now. So it ties in with obviously the league that we're in and the league that I watch most often. So it was a no-brainer to start writing, really. And it's really fun so far.
So, kind of generic question, come to you first, Alex. How have you survived lockdown without football?
It's been a struggle, to put it lightly. It's just so ingrained, isn't it? You don't realise till it's gone how important it is to your life, and how much just going to the game and smelling the burgers and the onions and the beer and stuff in the pubs, like little things like that, you start to miss. Haven't tried to recreate that in the kitchen yet, but I'll probably hold out now until we're allowed back in the ground.
And what about you, James? How have you been finding it?
Well, you've just got to try and find other things to do, really, haven't you? I mean, there's still like old games and highlights and stuff that you can watch and write about, and that's what I did quite a lot at the start of lockdown. But the Xbox and Netflix has been quite a big help to me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one.
I was going to say, I know we've talked about it in the past in one of our videos about how our co-editor David Pearson has just been basically binge watching the Premier League years on Sky Sports. That's been how he's coped with all of this. Okay, so kind of quick overview of the rules and how this is going to work. So basically, very much like a penalty shootout, I'm going to come to each of you individually, ask you a question. If you get it right, you score. If you don't, unfortunately, it's a long way back to the halfway line. What we're going to do is best out of 5, as you would expect from penalties. None of this ABBA rules or anything like that. We're going to just go in turns. And then what we will do is see if we have a winner. If not, we will go to sudden death, which if we had some dramatic music and stuff like that, we'd kind of dim the lights and do-do-do would happen. So to decide who goes first, we have Trusty 10p. So Alex, seeing as you're up in the top corner, do you want to call it?
I'll go tails, please.
It is heads. So James, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please.
You'll go first. Okay, so we'll go straight into the questions. So James, first question. Which England legend finished their career at PSG in 2013?
David Beckham.
Is correct. So now over to you, Alex, for your question. Who is the all-time top scorer for the French men's national side?
Going to go with Thierry Henry.
Is correct. Good start. Both getting a point each there. Second question, over to you, James. Who guided Italy to their last World Cup success in 2006?
Marcello Lippi.
is correct. Now one for you, Alex. Which former French defender managed Bordeaux between 2007 and 2010 before leaving to take the French national side job?
Go with Didier Deschamps.
Unfortunately, nope. It's Lauren.
Oh, of course, yeah.
James looked like he knew that one as well. Then, so
yeah, I did.
So back over to you now, James. Who is the oldest player to score a goal in the Premier League?
The only one I can think of is Teddy Sheringham.
And it's the right one to think of, so that's correct. 41 when he scored his final goal. So back to you now, Alex. Which player received the most yellow cards in Premier League history?
Paul Scholes?
Unfortunately not. No, it is Gareth Barry. So kind of after 3, it's 3-1 to James. So no pressure yet, Alex, but if he gets this one, it's all on you.
Yeah.
So, James, before Bury's expulsion from the EFL at this earlier this season, who was the last team to drop out of the EFL?
Yeah, I think was it Maidstone in the 90s?
It was Maidstone United. Yep.
Wow.
So that makes it 4-1. What we will do is we'll carry on. We'll ask all the questions. So next question is for you, Alex. John Barnes dipped his toes into EFL management back in 2009 for which club?
It's a complete punt. Huddersfield.
Unfortunately not. No, it was Tranmere. Stayed close to home over on Merseyside.
Northwest, in the right region.
So final question for you, James. It's who am I? If only I was as good as the players I'm going to describe. So I have won the Champions League 4 times with 3 different clubs and won the league title in 3 different countries. Who am I?
The only person I can think of that's won the Champions League that many times would be Seedorf.
And it's the right person to think of, Clarence Seedorf. I'm going to say 5 out of 5 there, James. Putting a bit of pressure on those to come. It's good to see. So final question for yourself, Alex. In the last 10 years, I have been top scorer in the Dutch, English, and Spanish top divisions. Who am I? And as a clue, he likes to have a bit of a bite out of players.
Luis Suarez. Great clue.
So, it was Luis Suarez. So that brings us to the end of the competition, and we have clear winner there, James. Well done, absolutely smashed it. Commiserations, Alex. Unfortunately, sometimes the questions just don't really kind of fall your way, and it seems like James might be an encyclopedia in his head as well. So,
Well, I had no clue with the other questions, so I think the toss went my way there.
Yeah.
Sometimes how it goes.
Exactly.
But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Now, kind of before we let you go, are you currently working on any pieces for the site that you might want to kind of give a plug before they come out, or?
Not currently, but I am waiting for obviously the Premier League to restart on Wednesday, so there'll be quite a lot going up in the next few weeks, I'd imagine.
Cool. And what about yourself, Alex? Of course, WSL's kind of suspended now, isn't it? So.
Yeah. So I've initially there was quite a lot of frustration at how it was dealt with, and I tagged the page over the bar page in a tweet, which got quite a bit of attention about the way that it was finished. But I've kind of put that to one side. I'm going to do one next week on the top 5 highlights of the season, just to kind of keep things a bit positive and not get too caught up in the negative. So
that's great. Look forward to reading that. And of course, James, once the Premier League kicks back up again, seeing your articles popping back up as well. For those people kind of watching, thank you for joining us. Tie 2 will be coming very shortly. And of course, you can always follow us on Twitter at OverTheBarFB. And if you want to kind of look at any of the writing from these guys or any of our overwriters, you can look on the website, which is www.otbfootball.net. Once again, Alex, James, thank you for joining us. James, we'll see you in the next round. And Alex, we look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.